Hello everyone and welcome back to another Grainman Travels Adventure, and today we're on a brand new mod map that's actually a port over or conversion from FS17 and then FS19. We're on Campaign of France by BlackSheep modding. Now quite a lot of farming simulator players that have played this game for a long time will be pretty excited about this map release, I would have thought. So let's run through some of the information on ModHub. So firstly, it was released today on the 12th of the 9th 2023. It's cross-platform compatible, so PC, Mac, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One and the Xbox series of consoles. It's on a version 1.0.0.0. It's 295.03 megabytes to download, so it's not too bad at all. And it's obviously, like I said, it is made by BlackSheep modding. Now the only mod you need for this is the modern pig barns mod by BlackSheep modding, so that's pretty good. So so far though, having a bit of a fly around, I'm very impressed with this map so far, and yeah, the idea in the description on ModHub is really nice, so let's run through that. So there's a place called the French countryside, a place where the grass is green and long, where the tall, mature trees blend into the landscape. Wait, missed that. Where the horses neigh as you pass. The crops are ready for harvest, and there's a lot of work to be done. Welcome to the Chambly-sur-Meuse. I think that's probably the wrong pronunciation, but there you go. With 52 fields, arable or meadow, and 4 forestry plots available for purchase, you can choose between cereal crops, livestock, so cattle, sheep and pigs, the equestrian centre or forestry. In this way you can contribute to the economic development of the region. The farm's small-scale dairy production will provide you with additional income as well. If you know how to produce the best farm produce in the region, you can offer some of it for direct sales from vending machines on the farm and in the village of Saint Monteron. I think that's the right pronunciation. You can also choose to sell your crops and produce at one of the many sales outlets. One cereal cooperative, which is its grain mill, one sugar mill, one cooperative winery, one livestock trader, one BGA, a sawmill, a joinery shop, a BGA, so biomass heating plant, a spinning mill, wine press, there's the on-farm dairy production, there's a bakery, there's a restaurant, there's a farmer's shop and 2 direct sale points. There's actually vending machines, which is pretty cool. It also says if you develop a tree farming activity, you can sell beautiful apples to the bakery, which will be able to produce wonderful apple fritters. That's pretty cool. If there's not enough money for your projects, or in your spare time you can go hunting for items to collect. It doesn't say exactly how many collectibles there are, but it does actually say there is some. If you need water for your crops, you can draw it directly from the stream that runs through the area. And I believe that is here. Yep, it is there, so that's pretty good. The crop calendar is actually default, so that's fine. The area outside the historical map is now accessible. So obviously I think because this map's been extended from 17 to 19 and now 22, obviously the map's going to be bigger. This means you can create new fields or on your own personalised farm, which I think is a really good idea. Do you feel up to these challenges? Wow, that's a loud train. Then get to work and enjoy the new Campaign of France map. It's quite nice to see a European style train on there as well. I think that must be a custom one as well, so that's cool. So yeah, lots and lots of nice things on this map to go through, I must admit. So let's start as always by putting our feet on the ground and seeing if we can look at our starting equipment. As you can see, we start with quite a lot of equipment, but not anything massive, so that's pretty good. Let's run through that. So we start with the Steyr 8150 small tractor with 135 horsepower. The John Deere 4755 medium tractor with 190 horsepower. The Deutz-Fahr Topliner 4090H harvester, that's pretty much a standard harvester these days. A Schaefer 2630 front loader. Now, probably wouldn't use that myself. I'm not a big fan of the bendy in the middle. I can never do them very well. We start with a Mahindra Retriever 83 horsepower, like I don't know, I'd probably call that like a John Deere Gator sort of thing. We've got a Class Carrot 140 TD trailer. They're nice trailers, those. I'm not a fan, so I'd probably sell that myself. The Deutz-Fahr Topliner 4090 header for the combine. a Pottinger Servo 25 plough, which is a 1.2 metre, a nice RAB EG3/9 2.5 metre cultivator, a Nordstein HK25 plus NS 3030 3 metre seeder. Now you can see there, as you can see, the custom crop of alfalfa, which isn't listed in the description on ModHub, but we will run through those. The Amazzoni ZA-TS 3200 fertiliser spreader with a 42 metre width, but do remember, again, this only does fertiliser. The KHN GMD 4411 rear finger bar 4.4 metre mower, a Albert pallet fork, and finally the Deutz-Fahr Topliner 4090H trailer for the combine. So we don't have anything leased either, so yeah. Right, so starting farm, very pretty, very European, and not in a bad way in my opinion. So let's have a quick whiz around. So we've got a bale and pallet storage shed there, all nicely skinned to suit everything. We've got our silage pit here, 2 of them, good size, not too big, not too small, but yeah, good size for the size of the farm. We've got our cow barn there with a feeding robot. That's interesting because that's nicely skinned as well, actually. And we've got that's our vending machine, isn't it? Yeah, that's quite cool. And that's our that's our dairy. So, and I believe in here is our house sleep trigger. Yeah, here's your wardrobe. Here's your sleep trigger. This is very similar to the Valley of the Old Farm, with the ability to actually go into your house, which is very nice. A nice office there. Oh, look, is it a consoles then for the collectibles? It probably is then, actually. There's a sleep trigger there. Can we go out the back door? We can indeed. That's fantastic. So, nice little garden here. So very nice indeed. So then we've got the drop-off point there for the dairy. That's the cow barn. And there's obviously the big cow barn with a feeding robot. That's some more animals here, and just a nice little field of potatoes. So yeah, pretty good. You've got your main shed here. This is like the other side of where we just were. We were just this side. So now we are here, and then obviously we've got the Deutz-Fahr and all our equipment there. Another other side of the shed here. So if you look at the map itself, what we actually start with. So we start with, so obviously I think it's communal land, yeah. So there's obviously communal land that you can start with as well, where the river is, etc., and some areas in the town. But this is where your main farm is, I believe. Yep. So this is field farmland 1. We start with this long field here, 52. That's got alfalfa in it, very nice. We'll have a look at that in a second, see what the texture looks like. We also have 89, which is where one of your cow barns is. Yep, cow pasture. Oops. And then we also, and that's pretty much it. So one field and a cow pasture, but yeah, pretty good. If we have a quick look at the crop calendar, you'll see that it's pretty standard, like it says in the description on ModHub. The only difference is, obviously, there's the custom crop of alfalfa, which follows grass, pretty much standard, with its planting and harvesting season. The all your produce and that is pretty good when it comes to selling. So if we look through, the selling places are pretty good. There's at least 2, maybe 3 or 4 grapes, and I think potatoes have got quite a lot of places, so is corn, but that's pretty good. I think everything does have something to sell. I mean, eggs, that's quite impressive for 2. Pretty healthy pricing too. So it looks like everything that's in the base game is able to be sold as default. If we have a quick look down, we'll see there's a few custom productions that you can put in though. So obviously I said there's alfalfa and alfalfa hay you can actually sell. So I've seen some custom maps where they've got alfalfa or alfalfa hay or clover and they can't sell it, you can just use it. You've also got red lettuce, melon, pallets, you've got pallet productions, fries, apple juice, Bougnon, I think, might be the wrong pronunciation, but that's worth quite a bit at the moment, 7.2, it's actually higher than what it should be, but that's good. Apples, wooden climbing frame tower. I'm not quite sure how you make a wooden climbing frame tower, but we'll see if we can find out where that is. It might be in like one of the productions. Yogurt with sugar, and then fruit yogurt. So some nice different things there on this map. We do start off with some animals. We'll run through those in a minute actually with the things. We've got cow pasture, cow barn, with feed and rabbit and sheep barn. So if I have a quick look, I'm pretty certain that was over here. That's the cow barn. Very nicely custom skinned. Let's see if we can jump over here. No, okay. Can we get through the other way? Let's go the other side. Let's see. Is this the animal trigger for it? Yes, so that's the animal trigger for that. So 150 head. So obviously they can come out here, so they can go in and get milk. So that's good. And the sheep. Let's have a look. I think the sheep are the ones over here. So again, yep, there we go. 100 head sheep barn. So very nice though. Let's have a quick look. Yeah. So, and I think probably maybe greys out here. Do we think? Or I would say, I don't know actually. Let's put a sheep in, let's find out. Put one in. Where's he going to be? Is he just in there? Oh, I feel a bit sorry for him in there. Oh well. So then, if we have a quick look at the animals, we've got the cow pasture, which I believe, go up to this one, is here. So if we go to the cow pasture, very nice open pasture. I do like a good open pasture cow. Oh, that's nice. Got the feeding dish there as well. That's very authentic, very European. I like that. It's a very nice idea. So if we have a quick look at how many we need water for this as well, which makes sense. 200 head. Okay, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, really nice, bright and very well textured map actually, I must admit, flying around and having a bit of drive. So really impressive, which we'd kind of expect that from BlackSheep modding. So once again, hats off to them. So where were we? So contracts wise, it's quite a lot of fields, not mega amount, but quite a few. So, and then the contracts do kind of suit the size of the field. They're not massive, but you can obviously probably get quite a few harvests and bits and bobs in a year, so that's quite nice. Productions wise, we start with a dairy and a Le Pressure de Chef. Now I'm guessing that is, see what, the dairy itself, I believe that's on the farm. Yep, that's here. So I'm guessing, oh, that's where your forklift is. I'd probably replace that with a forklift, but there you go. Very nice. Making some cheese and bits and bobs. So what does that make? It makes butter, cheese, chocolate, yogurt with sugar, fruit yogurt. That's quite handy. Fruit yogurt again, and fruit yogurt. Okay, that's quite nice to see. And this one, right? Okay, this is not where I thought it was. It's not on the farm. Not on the farm. Where am I? Can I see where I am? Oh, over here. So actually over here. So again, very similar building. Yeah, identical building apart from the internal hops, etc. in the hoppers. But yeah, this is pretty much a place, Pressure de Chef. Yeah, so it's an oil press factory to make apple juice, grape juice and raisins. So that's nice. It's nice that you can do apple juice, grape juice, and you can also do the different types of oils. So that's kind of like a double production in one. So that's pretty good. So moving down, so I think that's about it on all the bits at the side. So looking at the PDA itself, the map itself is quite small in regards to the amount of fields and how big they are. They're quite small fields, but I don't think that's a bad thing. But if you do have a quick look, you will see there's an awful lot of land left spare around the outside. So I think that's a really nice idea, that you can obviously then build your own roads off of here and up there, and also from down here and across here. So you can then look at expanding out the area, buying different areas. There's a big field there, probably the biggest on the game on this map, and then obviously you can start expanding around here and just getting some nice big fields going and upgrading the map a bit. But I think that's a really nice feature, I must admit. So very impressed with that. So if we go back to the farm, should we go for the, Yeah, let's go for the Mahindra Retriever, shall we? Let's see how we get on. Probably not going to go very well. Open this gate up, very similar to the Valley of the Old Farm, this, with the buildings, etc. But I think the buildings are really nice. Very nice indeed. Very well put together. So let's start and have a quick wander around, i.e. drive, crash, whatever you want to call it this week. Probably a crash. What we'll probably do is let's have a quick look at the alfalfa field. So the roads themselves, even though they're side roads, they're not tiny, 2CV, but they're not massive. But you probably get some decent-ish equipment. There's some interesting traffic going on here. Come on, let's hope they're going to go. Oh, very nice. That's impressive. The people are actually allowed to cross the road for once, which is very unusual. So have a quick further on drive down the roads. Like I said, they're quite nice and wide. What we're going to have a quick look at though, first off, we're going to have a quick look at 52 because I do like custom crops. Let's have a quick look at the actual. Very nice. The alfalfa looks really nice actually, I must admit. It's a good sized field as well. It's quite impressive, I like that. So let's have, if we carry on up this road though, if I remember, this pretty much goes to the, so if we go up here very quickly, because I'm just going to show you where you can extend your farm and your area if you buy the outlying areas. Obviously the map is not flat at all, which is really nice. I mean that's a definite meadow and a half if you're ever going to buy that there. So obviously you can tee off to the right or you can go straight on. If we go straight on, it goes literally into nowhere, but you can then obviously buy these areas. There's some roads up here as well, which is nice to see. You've got some big areas to buy actually, so you could do some very nice big scale farming and maybe even build a bigger farmyard out there actually, which would work quite well if you wanted to. Maybe then connect up some of the other plots, do a slightly bigger road system. Well, hey, well, I did say I like to crash on pretty much all my map tours, and that was pretty impressive. That was a very impressive sliding sideways out of control turn. So have a quick travel back into the village. Whoa, and again, wow, I think I must be drifting in this thing, which is quite comical. So let's go a bit further through, show off this main area here, I think, because this looks very pretty and very high attention to detail with everything. Everything's really nice. A drop off point there for one of the sell points. Got something there for just, yeah, really very impressive. Level of detail is absolutely up to the scratch and the standard that we expect from BlackSheep modding, to be honest with you, especially with things like the Valley of the Old Farm, etc. So I do like the size of the fields. I don't think they're too big. You can have some nice smaller equipment on this, and because they're not flat, it gives a little bit of interest, and also it looks like there's many different ways of getting around, and this is another area you can go to. So let's have a quick go out here again. So that is just an open area that you can purchase. Many fields you can put up there, so that's really good. So if we have a quick look at the PDA again, let's run through the productions and sale points. So we've got the biogas plant. This is going to cost you, what is that all? 141,000. Wow, that's really good. Then you've got the sawmill, which is that? No, that's that's the sell wood. Can we purchase this? We can. I think it's around here. Yes, it is. Ooh, scaled up there. Wait a minute. It's a bit of a bug there. Yeah, a little bit. There's a button in the middle of nowhere, but oh well. It'll probably get fixed in a map update. No issues. Okay, so if we do that, we can then make the wooden climbing frame tower planks. So this needs planks, 10 trees. Okay, makes 4 plus 1.5 wood chip. You can then create pallets and wood. That's pretty good. Okay, that makes a bit more sense why you've got a wooden climbing frame, but that's pretty good. And there you obviously got your sell wood trigger. You've got your lime production here. You've got your Et France Cereals, which is your cereal factory. I'm pretty certain of that. You've got a grain mill. We've got a vehicle shop, obviously, where we can get fuel, etc. from the gas station. Animal dealer. And I think that's probably where you can sell your bales as well. You've got your Presier de Chef, so that's obviously what we already own. You've got a vending machine outside, got a restaurant, got a Fileteur de France. That looks like it could be a spinnery or maybe a fabric production. And then obviously our cow sheds in the middle, or cow in the middle. De Ferme, that's okay, it's a tavern, nice pub, I like that idea. De Champagne, what's that going to be? Probably for wine, I would have said. Wine, etc. Oh no, it's Patissiere. So yes, bakery. Again, 50,000 for that. Wow, they're very impressive bread. Oh, okay, and that's where you can make your Bouillon Berrichon. Bad pronunciation, so I apologise. Let's go back to the last bits on the map. Yep, done that bit. That's our farm. I think that's about it. So what we'll do, we may as well, bit of a mix-up on the old way the map tour has been done on this one. We'll have a quick look at how much the field prices are. So if we wanted to buy the 2 fields at the right side of our farm as we look down, 33,000, 28, 62, is that 43? Yep, 43, 24, 74, 238. That's quite a lot for that one. 59. Okay, so obviously if you want to start expanding the farm, 54, 65. I think there'd be a little bit of a potentially be a bit of a grind, but I think if you added in some of the custom productions you've got, etc., it might work quite quick. Let's say we wanted to expand out here. 497,000, that's quite high. Up here, 82, 112. That wouldn't be too bad though. 83, 199. So you could buy that next door to your 52 and then spread right out here for just under 200,000. Maybe build a bigger farm, etc. So yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing. Let's see down here, 73, 1.45 million, 177, 177 just outside. That's free. Wonder if that's something that's been left in as a bit of an Easter egg for everybody. Something to just look at. But that might be interesting to try and do. That's cool. A bit like the free meadows in Carlston, but there you go. Right, so let's get back to our farm. I'm very, very impressed with this map. I think it's really, really nice. A little bit of smaller scale European farming with some really nice features, nice productions, and just got an awful lot of charm. So very impressed. Hopefully you've enjoyed this map tour. If you have, give the video a like, subscribe to the Grainman channel, it would be massively appreciated, and I hope to see you again soon. Many thanks.